Hello, my name is Saida Radivasan, and I'll be giving a speech about neurotransmitters in the parasympathetic and sympathetic divisions of the body. Now, you might be, what is the parasympathetic or sympathetic divisions? More colloquially, you might know these systems as the rest or digest system or the fight or flight system. Let's start with the sympathetic system, otherwise known as the fight or flight system. The fight or flight system uses the neurotransmitter acetylcholine and norepinephrine. Now, acetylcholine is first received by the neurotransmitter receptor, nicotinic acetylcholine receptor. From then on, this neurotransmitter is transformed into norepinephrine and is received by the alpha or beta adrenogenic receptors. And depending on which organ, for example, the heart, which has the beta adrenogenic receptor, this causes the heart to excite, and meanwhile in the digestive system, which is received the norepinephrine by the alpha receptor, causes the organ to inhibit, i.e. kind of shut down and pause. Now, you can imagine if you're running away from a danger, such as a bear or something, you're probably not going to need your digestive system at the moment, but you probably will need your heart and your lungs. So norepinephrine, otherwise known as adrenaline, will kick in and start pumping throughout your body and going to different systems of your body, such as your lungs and heart, and making them pump faster or breathe harder to make sure that you can outrun or outlive the situation that you're supposed to. Now, going on to the parasympathetic division, this is also known as the rest or digest system, and this system uses acetylcholine. And acetylcholine is received by two neurotransmitter receptors, one being the nicotinic, like the sympathetic system, and the other being the muscarinic. Now, the nicotinic just makes it so ensures that the neurotransmitter reaches the organ by going through the preganglia. Now, after it passes over, it moves on to the postganglionic nerve and is received by the muscarinic adrenogenic receptor. And this receptor ensures that it has a different reaction depending on what is needed by the organ. As we know, the parasympathetic nervous system is also known as the rest and digest. So if it is the heart, we can assume that it's going to rest because of the sympathetic, it excites. But if it's the digestive system, then we can assume that the neurotransmitter will work in order to excite the organ so that it can digest and process all the nutrients and send them out to all the different areas. Professor Bose, my anatomy and physiology teacher, also taught us that muscarinic receptors can also be remembered a little bit better as a motorized receptor because in neurology, in the nervous system, this receptor works as having different reactions depending on what organ it goes to. And this causes, as I said before, different reactions in the organs. Now, in conclusion, both of these neurotransmitters are extremely important for these systems and for the body as a whole. And on a holistic view, if you have discrepancies in these neurotransmitters, it can cause issues in that you may not react quickly enough, or you may react in ways that are out of place. Back in the days when people were fighting and for their survival on a daily basis, the sympathetic system was working on overdrive. But nowadays, when there's not a lot of dangers happening, our sympathetic system may sometimes overreact and cause people to suffer through anxiety and panic attacks, which are not very pleasant and can lead us to have other imbalances in our life. As for the parasympathetic system, anomalies within that system can cause us to have digestive and problems and other things. Thank you very much for listening to my speech.